right, beautiful people. Beautiful people, beautiful people. Let's let the Discord know that we're live. Go ahead and drop that a few times. Alright, alright. Okay, pull up some comments. Hold on, hold on. We're gonna get there, I promise. I promise we're gonna get there. Alright. There we go. Alright, what is up, everybody? Let's see who's gonna get first in chat today. Kate. What's up, Kate? Kate got first in chat today. What's up, PJ? That's a face I haven't seen in a while. What's up, dude? Hey, Wonder Bro. Hello. Welcome. Hi, peeps. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Does it feel worse before it gets better? That's kind of like an odd way to word that, isn't it? Does it feel worse before it gets better? I don't know. I think I kind of rushed the title of the stream. Let's fix that. That doesn't sound like it makes any sense. Does it I guess get is better than feel. Does it get worse before it gets better? There we go. Okay, yeah, that's cool. That makes a lot more sense. We'll do that. Let's see. Arnold got fifth. What's up, Arnold? What's up, AP? What's up, Keith? Welcome, dude. Welcome, welcome. Come one, come all. All right. There we go. Let's see here. What's up, Ava? I hope I said that right. What's up? Welcome, welcome. 12th. 12th. Let's see. Gonna give it a few minutes as we always do. Let some people get in here. Then we'll get started. How have you been, PJ? Feels like it's been forever, dude. Welcome, welcome. What's up, Lucy? We haven't seen Lucy in a while either, so it's cool getting Lucy back. What's up? All right. Yeah, I've kind of decided like I was never sure. Should we do morning streams, afternoon streams, late night streams? Like, what's best for everybody? And we've been doing a lot of streams around noon, at least noon my time, here recently. And I don't know. I feel like those have done really well. I feel like they've done really well. So we might stick to around noon. We might stick to that for a little bit. All right, guys. Chat's already full. We can go ahead and get started, actually. What are we waiting around for? Let's go ahead and get started. We'll jump right into this one today. Let me get rid of the starting soon. Where's it at? I have lost it. There it is. All right. All right. If you feel like you're going to enjoy this stream, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get into it. Anxiety recovery. Anxiety recovery. Does it get worse before it gets better? Let me explain. So, this is going to be a mouthful, but I'm going to try to the best of my ability to make this as straightforward, clear, and as simple to understand as possible. That's how we like to do it around here. So, does it get worse before it gets better? Let's say that you've watched the videos, you've watched the streams, you're like, all right, you know what? No matter what negative intrusive thoughts come, no matter what anxious feelings come, I'm going to stick to the two main keys. What are the two main keys? I'm going to respond to these thoughts and feelings without a mental worry story, without all the mental blah blah. I'm going to respond to these anxious thoughts and feelings with acceptance by just saying it is what it is. Allow myself to have the thought, allow myself to have the feeling, and then I'm going to use the other of the two main keys and I'm going to get right back to living my life, show my brain what's up. Let's say, let's say you beautiful people have decided to do that. Now, does it get worse before it gets better? I have a lot of people coming to me and they say, Wonder Bro, I've heard it gets worse before it gets better. Can you kind of explain that? So the way that I like to look at this, all right, and I'm going to just give you my opinion here. The way that I like to look at this, does it technically get worse before it gets better when you decide to make that step, when you decide to dedicate to acceptance, when you decide to dedicate to recovery? Does it technically get worse before it gets better? I wouldn't say technically that it gets worse before it gets better. It can feel that way in a sense, though. Let me explain. It can feel that way in a sense. Okay, because we know these compulsions, these safety seeking behaviors, all of this mental arguing that you do with the thoughts, we know that's what's holding you back. And we know that's, what is keeping you, for lack of a better word, screwed here, right? So we know all of those habits, all of those bad things are indeed bad things, right? We know that. But even when we start to cut those out and we start to dedicate to acceptance, it's almost like we've got this kind of like sick comfort for these things, these compulsions, these behaviors, this mental fighting, this mental arguing. It's almost like these things have kept us quote unquote safe for so long. It's almost like these things have been our best friends for so long. It's almost like these things have been habits for so long, because they have been habits, right? So when you start to let go of these things, we know that they're ultimately what's keeping you stuck, right? We know that they're the bad guy here, but when we start to let go of these things, when we start to live differently, when we start to move differently, when we start to get rid of bad habits, we've almost got like this sick comfort from them, this connection with them. It is the way that you have operated for so long. Right? All of these habits are things that you have done for so long. So when you start to let go of them, that in a way, it might feel a bit weird for you. That in a way might feel a bit unnatural for you. And of course, there's the obvious things, like it makes you feel a bit uncertain. You're like, holy crap, I'm going into unexplored territory here. I've never done this before, right? So letting go of these things can feel a bit weird. It can feel a bit odd. It can feel a bit unnatural. And of course, like I said, there's the more obvious things. It can make you feel a bit uncertain. You're starting to move differently. You're starting to do things differently, right? That in itself can make you a bit on edge. You're like, I'm not used to this, right? I've never accepted these thoughts before. I've never accepted these feelings before. I've never not ran for the door every time I felt this. I've never not picked up the phone and called my friend to try to run away from these feelings every time I feel these feelings. I've never not done these things before. This makes me feel a bit sketched out. This makes me feel a bit on the edge of my seat. This is new to me, right? So would I say that it always gets worse before it gets better? No, I wouldn't go that far. But what I would say is, there is certain things about acceptance, there is certain things about dedicating to this new way of life, right? That's going to make you feel a bit uncertain. There is certain things about this journey, okay, that are going to make you feel a bit uncertain, a bit on the edge of your seat. You're not used to this. This is new to you, right? So in one way, I wouldn't go as far as saying, oh yeah, guys, it always gets worse before it gets better, right? I wouldn't go that far, but I would say, is it typical? Is it common that when you at first, this goes away, but at first, when you first start to dedicate to acceptance, is it typical to feel a bit on the edge of your seat? Is it typical to feel a bit uncertain? Is it typical for these thoughts and feelings to kind of seem, right? Seem like they're a little bit stronger than they normally are, right? Yeah, yeah, that's common. That's okay. You're dropping your safety nets. You're cutting the safety nets. You're starting to do things differently. You're starting to move differently, right? So that's common. Holy shit, I left my headset on 100 like I normally do. That scared the shit out of me. Thank you so much for that. I will read that and see who that was from in just a second. So let's backtrack a little bit. I know some people lost the connection, and I'm really sorry about that, guys. I don't know why that happens. It's green on my end. I don't know why YouTube says, hey, we're just going to drop your stream from like 4 people, right, randomly, and then those 4 people get randomly dropped. Don't know why that happens. I wish that didn't happen. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. I apologize. If that ever happens, just make sure you refresh. Just make sure you refresh. It'll come right back up, right? That's all you got to do. So, back to the point, and then I'll get to the tips and stuff. Does it always technically, oh, it gets so much worse before it gets better? No, not technically. But are you going to feel a bit uncertain, a bit scared, a bit on the edge of your seat? Right, when you first start acceptance? Of course, you're not used to this. This is something new for you. Anytime we go into life making a big life decision or a big life change, and we do something that's new to us, right, that's going to make us feel a bit uncertain. That's going to make us feel a bit like, okay, I'm not used to this. Everybody knows what that feeling feels like, right? I'm not used to this, man. I'm not used to having these thoughts and not doing anything about them. I'm not used to having these feelings and not doing anything about them, right? That's going to make you feel a bit uncertain. Now, I know there's a lot of people out there, and the main reason I wanted to make this stream is because I know there's a lot of people out there that preach about how, oh, once you start acceptance, once you start this, this intervention here, once you start this, you got to be prepared because it's going to get so bad. It's going to get so bad. And I get where you're coming from in ways. I understand how in little ways it does make it feel a bit intense because you're no longer fighting with these thoughts and feelings. The brain's pretty loud, right? So I get where you're coming from if you're one of those people. Oh, it gets so bad before it gets better. I understand what you're saying, but I don't think we should quite word it that way. I don't think we should quite word it that way because here's my point. Either way you go, the shit sucks. Right? Either way you go, the shit sucks. If you stay in the anxiety cycle and continue fighting with these thoughts and feelings and not living your life and it's just obsession after obsession, compulsion after compulsion, that shit sucks, right? That's not fun. That's not fun at all. That feels pretty miserable, right? And if you go the accepting route, which will bring you long-term healing, right, which is the way we want to go, that shit kind of sucks too, right? At first, at least. At first. Either way, the shit sucks. So I don't completely understand where people are coming from when they say, oh, before you start this thing, just understand that it's going to get so bad, right? I don't really understand the people that try to amp people up like that. I don't get that. I don't get that because either way you go, the shit sucks, right? If you first start in acceptance, it takes work. It takes time for the brain to catch up. Shit sucks. If you're staying in the anxiety cycle, fighting with every thought and feeling, living by these compulsions every single day, shit sucks, right? So in my mind, it's like I don't know why people like try to hype people up so much. Oh, this is going to, you're dedicating to acceptance. Good on you, but it's going to get so bad before it gets better. Like, dude, shit sucks either way, right? If you continue to add second fear all the time, that shit sucks. If you continue to, if you go down the acceptance route and you're cutting compulsions, you're not used to that, that shit sucks a little bit too, right? But it gets so much better. So I don't, that was the main point of the stream. I don't know why people kind of scare people like that and hype people up like that, because either way, it's a little rough, right? And I think we talked about this in, what was it, yesterday's stream or the stream before. We talked about how there's two paths. You can go the accepting path, cut out the compulsions, obsessions, accept the thoughts and feelings and live your life, and then you can heal and retrain your brain. Or you can go down the path of continuing to stay in the cycle, right? Either way is rough. Either way is a little bit rough. One leads to freedom, one leads to staying in the cycle. So either way is a little bit rough. So yeah, I don't quite understand why people play it up like, oh, it's gonna get so bad, it's gonna suck so bad. Either way, dude. Either way, you're going to face discomfort, and that's what we talked about the other day. Either way, you're going to face some discomfort. You might as well go the route that works, right? So there's no avoiding discomfort here. Nobody wants to stay in the cycle that they're in. Who keeps sending all of these? Okay, never mind. Let's mute the phone. So either way you go, there's going to be discomfort involved. So I personally, and I'll say it one more time, I personally wouldn't say no, it gets so much worse before it gets better. I would say yes, it's going to make you feel a little uncertain to start using acceptance. I would say yes, it might make you a little uncomfortable. I would say yes, it might make you feel a bit odd because you're not used to doing this. I would agree with all of those things completely, right? And these thoughts and feelings are still going to be there for a little bit. I would say yes to all of this. But I wouldn't go as far as saying, oh, it's so much worse before it gets better. I wouldn't go that far, right? So that's kind of my opinion on the matter. My biggest point being that either way you go, there's discomfort. You might as well go the right way, right? So, if you've got those people in your life, if you've got the people in the comments and whatever saying, oh, it's going to get so much worse before it gets better, they've apparently just got a really shitty way of putting that. They apparently just got a really, really shitty way of putting that. Okay? So that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Yes, there's going to be discomfort either way. It doesn't necessarily get worse before it gets better, but yes, it might make you feel uncertain or unsure or a bit nervous. And yes, these thoughts and feelings will still be there for a bit, right? That's the way I view that. You guys wouldn't believe how many times I've been approached with that question in the past. Wonder Bro, does it get worse before it gets better? So I hope that clears some things up for you. I hope that clears some things up for you. I hope that kind of puts it into perspective a little bit. If you're worried about that, you shouldn't be, right? We know that goes against the advice. If you're worried about that, you shouldn't be worried about that. Right? Let's go down the path that's going to bring lasting healing. Let's go down the path that's going to retrain your brain. Let's go down that path. Right? Don't be worried about what other people say about getting worse before this and blah, blah, blah. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's not overthink this. That's why you're all here to begin with, right? Let's not overthink this thing, Take it from me, just go for it. It's going to bring the lasting changes that you want, but you have to go for it, right? So that was the point of today's stream, chat. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, what are we going to do for today's stream? And I've always got like this mental kind of list of topics that we can go over, and that question is something that I get so often. That I figured I would address it on a stream finally. I'm sure we've at some point or another already talked about that in the past, but nothing wrong with talking about it again. So there's my opinion on it. That was the point of today's stream, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like. It really does help the channel grow, and it only takes a second. We're gonna head on over to post stream, get some music going, and talk with the chat here, see what you guys are up to. Let's go ahead and get some tunes. And then we will see who that tip was from. I didn't forget. I did not forget. Let's see, who was that tip from? Man, I cannot read that. I cannot pronounce that name. I'm gonna try. Maddie, thank you so much, Maddie. I appreciate you. Thank you. I like when he starts laughing after say something good. Maddie, thank you so much. Maddie with the $10 tip says, thank you, you're awesome. Maddie, you are more awesome. Is that how you word that? Maddie, you are more awesome. Thank you for the $10 tip. The $5 tip is the name that I can't pronounce. You know what? Just for shits and giggles, I'm going to try. I hope you don't get offended. But we have a $5 tip, no tip note that is from, let's see, Karisi Kalalunanainin. There you go. That was my best attempt. Thank you. Oh my god. That was a fucking massacre. Thank you so much for the $5 tip. Maddie, thank you so much for the $10 tip. That puts us at... Jesus, that was horrible. That puts us at 15. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you taking that number on the screen there, chat, just for a second. 44-day streak. Is that not absolutely insane? That is absolutely insane. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you. Let's see. Mint said, I remember you said that in the first stream I joined, facing and accepting leads to freedom, which is definitely not worse than the cycle you're currently stuck in. Yes, exactly. So, although I understand when people say, oh, it gets worse before it gets better. Well, I mean, yeah, it makes you a bit uncomfortable. It's not natural. You're not used to it. I get all of that. But I wouldn't go as far as saying, oh, it gets so much worse before it gets better, right? Either way is a little rough. You might as well go the right way, right? That's just my opinion on the matter. What do you do? What do you recommend when you abruptly bothered by a new anxiety symptom that you never had before? I'm going through roaring sounds in my head. So symptoms do have the ability to kind of morph and change a little bit. Most people already know their cycle, right? Most people are already very familiar with the cycle of symptoms that they currently face. That doesn't mean that sometimes symptoms won't morph or change a little bit, right? But the advice will never change. The symptoms might change, right, every now and then, but the advice will never change. So you've already got it. You have already got it. The advice will never change. It'll never change. You will always want to live by the two main keys while you're in recovery, which is live your life, show your brain that the danger is not real, show your brain what's up, right? Behaviors, positive behaviors, live your life, that's what we call that, and stop adding the worry. Stop adding the worry. Stop adding the worry. Right, to the symptoms and the feelings and the thoughts. Stop adding the worry. That just keeps the stress response activated, right? So although these symptoms might change, the advice will never change, and that's the cool thing about the advice. It never does change, ever. I appreciate that, Lando. Thank you, dude. Yes, thank you, Maddie, and the other tipper. I really appreciate it, guys. Let's see. Got my first job today. I'm super scared of getting the one symptom when I'm working. I don't know if I'll be able to handle it. So you're not even at work yet and you're already adding a ton of this second fear. You are not using the advice, my friend. I'm just going to call you out on it. Not because I want to embarrass you, but because I want you to make some changes here. So you're already adding the second fear and you're not even at the job site yet. You're already in your head going, oh God, if I get that one symptom, I won't be able to handle it. You got to cut that shit short, dude. If you're gonna use the advice that you get here on the channel, that's got to go. That is so far away from what we preach here that it's got to go. And like I said, I'm not calling you out to embarrass you, throw you under the bus. I want you to make changes. So for example, when that thought comes, blah, 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 work, right? You got to say, you know what, it is what it is. Don't add all of the, oh God, what will I do if I do get that symptom, blah, blah. You just say it is what it is. You got to cut that short. Get back to living your life. Make your day a good day. Make your day a good day. In the face of this anxiety, make your day a good day. Cut the worry short. Those are the two keys right there. So, again, I'm calling you out because I want you to make changes, because I care about you, right? So that was a good example that I could use there. Sanchez keeping the Halloween spirit alive. I love it. I love it. You're mixing it up today, Sanchez. You got like a Halloween candy cane going on there. Understandable, Arnold. Practice makes perfect, dude. I used to listen to anxiety vids all day long. I was on all the anxiety blogs daily. Now I find that I'm slowly losing interest. I'm searching up other stuff I used to enjoy. It's crazy. Welcome to healing, right? Welcome to healing. Welcome to recovery. So still a lot of fear there, Nico. Still a lot of fear. So if you get a thought that says, oh, you might go back to feeling like crap again, how do you respond to that, chat? This is a pop quiz. Let's see who can get it first. If I get an intrusive thought while I'm on my way to recovery, and I'm dedicated to the two main keys, this intrusive thought says, oh, you may go back to feeling like crap again. How do you respond to that, that tongue-tied? How do you respond to that thought, chat? Let's see who can get it first. A little pop quiz today. Let's see who can answer that one correctly first. PJ says shut up. PJ says shut up. I'm looking for, okay, there we go. Don't add worry. I'm looking for the two keys here. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? If I'm in recovery and I get a negative intrusive thought that says you might go back to feeling like crap again, how do I respond to that? What do I do with that? I'm looking for the two keys here. I'm still looking. Who's going to get it? I'm still looking for the two keys here. Who's going to get it? You guys are 50% right. 50%. I'm still looking for the two keys here. Who's gonna get it? I'm still looking for the two keys here. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? A lot of good answers. A lot of good answers. Cut the worry. Keep on doing what you want. Instant Mint's gonna get it. Congrats, Mint. You guys were all right, by the way. I was just waiting for somebody to say both in the same message. That's what I was waiting for there. Maybe I didn't make the instructions clear enough. But you guys are all right. You guys are all right. PJ says shut up. Maddie says don't add worry. Ava says let it go. Lucy says stop worrying. Shush it. Respond with nothing. Says Kate. Doesn't matter. Live your life. Says style alert. Right? So there you go. There you go. You guys are all right. The two keys: cut the worry, keep on doing what you want. So for example, our boy Nico gets a thought, I don't want to get as bad as I once was. That's an intrusive thought. Depending on the state of his nerves, he may or may not feel a ton of anxiety with that thought, but that's irrelevant whether he does or not. What does he do? What does he do? He says, you know what, it is what it is. I'm not going to argue, right? It is what it is. I'm not going to respond to that with a fearful position, right? It is what it is. And even if he's got physical symptoms, that follows that thought because his nerves are tired. It is what it is too. And then he's going to get back to doing whatever he wants to do. He's going to live his life for him. He's not going to run and jump in bed because he got that thought and then start mentally arguing with that thought. He's going to say it is what it is, and he's going to go sweep his porch. I don't know, right? This is recovery. This is recovery. You're no longer fueling the fire, and you're showing your brain that all is well. This is the language the brain speaks. This is recovery. So Arnold has a thought that says, I don't want to feel like this. How does he respond to that, chat? Right? How does he respond to that, chat? He says, you know what, it is what it is. He goes back to whatever he was doing. Right? He does what he wants to do. He doesn't go jump on the couch because he had that thought and that thought made him feel real bad. Now he's on the couch and he's obsessing over that thought and he's not living. Now he's just fueling the fire that he's getting burnt by. But he's the one pouring the gas, right? So you get what we're getting at. You get what we're getting at. Mint, thank you so much for the $11 tip. Mint, thank you so much. Mint says, thank you for providing the knowledge we need to recover and become a better version of ourselves and for all the motivation. Thank you so much, Mint, for your support. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mint. Let's see, what does that bring us to? She sent an $11 tip, which is going to test my basic math skills, which I'm not very good at. 26, I believe. Thank you so much, Mint. I appreciate you. Also, thank you, Maddie. And the $5 tip, whose name I'm not going to massacre again. I tried, and it was horrible. But thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Well, see, there's nothing technically wrong, right? There's nothing technically wrong with having a thinking mind. There's nothing technically wrong with doing a bit of daydreaming. There's nothing technically wrong with using your mind to solve real problems, obviously. You know, none of that's technically wrong. But when you start doing the worry, oh, you see where it gets you. Mom of 8, thank you so much, Mom of 8, with the $20 tip. You guys are lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. What's that put us at, chat? What's that put us at? 46? Yes. Thank you so much, Mom of 8. We're on a 44-day streak, and it looks like we're going to be moving on. We'll see. Thank you so much, Mom of 8. Says, one of these days I'll be off the hamster wheel and roller coaster for good. It'll take as long as it would like. That's the attitude. Keep moving forward. You've got the advice now. You just need to continue using it, right? This stuff is super simple, but when you start getting into the obsession, you make it not simple, right? This stuff is super simple, but when you get into the obsession, you make it not simple. People worry about recovery, or they worry about quote-unquote doing it right, which I understand. You got to ask questions, you got to clear the air, but once it gets to a point that you're just running in circles, you're just doing the very thing we're telling you not to do, right? Cat, thank you so much, Cat, for the $5 tip. You know what that means, chat? That means we're moving on to a 45-day streak. Absolutely insane. I have a feeling we're going to hit 50. Thank you so much, chat. That is unbelievable. 45 days? Are you kidding me? Thank you so much. Let's take a moment. Take a moment to give a round of applause in the chat to all of our tippers who brought us here today. Kate, Mom of 8, Instant Mint, Maddie, and person whose name I don't want to massacre again. You know who you are. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Thank you, guys. Okay, no porches where you're from. Go sweep your yard. I don't know. Anything but crawl into bed or crawl on the couch and start to fight with your thoughts and feelings. Literally anything. You get my point. All right? You get my point. I believe in you. You got this. You got this. It's probably me being late to announce the tips, Mint. It seems like there might be a delay, but it's probably late. Also, I believe there is technically a delay. Like I'm saying this right now, and you guys won't hear it for about another 5 seconds. I don't know. It's something like that. I don't know how that works. It's something like that. It's like a 5-second delay or something. So old habits die hard, PJ, but you've already got the knowledge. So it's not a matter of learning, it's a matter of just doing what? Jumping right back on track. Jumping right back on track. Sometimes people fall, sometimes people slip up a bit. We just need to get you right back on track. It's not a loss of progress, tongue-tied today. We just need to get you back on board. That's all it is. That's all it is. You can turn this thing around so fast. You have no idea how fast you can turn this thing around if you just get back on board with what you already know to be true. Stay off the couch, stay out of the bed, live your life, right? And when these thoughts and feelings come, it is what it is. If you get up into the worry, you're only going to prolong it. Oh, I don't know about that then, man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't ever, like, watch my streams back or anything, so I don't know why I'd be doing that. That's weird. Internet's weird. YouTube's weird. Technology's weird. It all comes down to what, chat? No longer feeding what you don't want to grow. That's what it comes down to. No longer feeding what you don't want to grow. If you have an anxiety symptom and you get up in your head with all the worry, what are you doing? You're feeding it. If you've got a thought that you don't like to have and you get up in your head and you add worry to it, what are you doing? You're feeding it. If you have a thought and it doesn't make you feel good and you get up in your head and you start worrying about it and you jump in bed and you jump on the couch, oh, I don't want to live today, blah, 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 what are you doing? You're feeding it. If you get an anxious feeling that you don't like and you jump up in your head and you add the worry to it and you crawl in bed or you crawl on the couch and you're like, oh, I don't want to do what I'm doing, I feel so anxious, blah, 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 what are you doing? You're feeding it, right? Quit feeding this thing. You gotta quit feeding it. Starve that bitch out. Okay. Okay. Gotcha, man. Gotcha. A little delay between the devices there. Gotcha. 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 So you're watching, I'm listening to the audio from my phone, but I opened the stream on my laptop. So we got two viewers. Two viewers are mint. Thing about it is, guys, these feelings are already happening. There's nothing you can do about it. They're already happening. You're aware of them. That means they are currently already happening. Thing about it is, guys, these thoughts are already happening. You were aware that you just had that thought. Therefore, it has already happened. It has already occurred. It has already took place. Same as the feeling. What good does feeding it do at that point? You've already got the feeling. You've already got the thought. We can't stop that. That's already happening. But what good, then, at that point, does feeding it do? I'll tell you what it does. It keeps your nerves fried. That's what it does. So the thinking's not going to help you. You've already got the thought. You've already got the feeling. All the extra thinking you're adding to it is not helping. It's just making the problem worse. And that's what acceptance is all about, is realizing that. And just living your life. Living your life. Let the body and mind take care of itself. Right? It's more than capable. More than capable. Your body and mind are more than capable to taking care of themselves if you'll just stop feeding the thing. How do we get to that point? How do we get to the point where we stop feeding it? We live life, we let the worry go, right? That's what it's all about. I live life anyway, Arnold. I would live life anyway. Because feeling follows action. So you can dwell in a feeling or you can accept a feeling and then do something. It'll probably make you feel a little bit better. Right? So in one way you're like, oh, I feel too bad to do the things that I want to do. But in another way, the longer you sit around and obsess and worry and don't live, right? The longer you tell your brain this is how you want to feel. The brain's just doing whatever you tell it to do indirectly with how you live your life, right? So some people say, well, it doesn't feel like acceptance if I make myself live. And I say, well, you can accept a thought, you can accept a feeling and live independently of it. Instead of having it lead you around on a little leash, you can say, okay, I feel this way, but I'm going to live. I have this thought, but I'm going to live anyway, right? Stop, we've got the power order wrong here. The thoughts and the feelings have the power over you, when actually it needs to be the other way around. You need to have the power over the thoughts and feelings. The thoughts and feelings are there, yes. They don't have to be comfortable. You can accept them and you can put their ass on a leash, right? Instead of you being the one on the leash. Because here's the thing. As long as you let thoughts and feelings control every little move that you make, you're going to get more or less the same. You're going to get more or less the same. So we can accept our thoughts and feelings for what they are. Because here's these thoughts. I can accept these feelings for what they are. Okay, here's these feelings. But my thoughts and feelings, I'm putting them on a leash. I accept them, but I'm going to do what I want to do. Because right now it's the other way around. The thoughts and feelings have you on a leash. And as long as they have you on a leash, you're going to walk in a lot of circles. You know why, Arnold? You know why you said I was angry and that's why I don't like to do things when I feel bad, because it gets worse? Because you're dropping your compulsions, you're cutting your safety nets, you're not running back to bed and doing the same things you've been doing for years. Of course it feels uncomfortable, and that was the point of today's stream. That's going to feel unnatural to you. That's going to feel weird to you. That's going to feel a bit strange to you, because for so long, whenever you feel anxious, the first thing you want to do is do the obsession, do the worry, run to bed, run to the couch, shut down. That's the first thing you want to do. So the fact that you didn't do that today and instead you helped your mom is going to feel really fucking weird to you at first. It's going to feel really unnatural, and it'll probably feel a bit uncomfortable, right? Right? Because you're not doing the compulsions anymore. You're not doing the same shit that you've done for years. Right? So when you continue to live, instead of giving into the compulsions, the behaviors, the safety-seeking BS, right? Instead of doing all that and you decide that you're going to live regardless, of course you're not going to feel great. Of course you're not going to feel good. Of course you're going to feel a bit rough. Why? Because that's not what you're used to. That's not what you're used to. So when the brain gives you a false alarm and says, hey, these thoughts and feelings are real dangers, and you jump in bed, you're just reinforcing what it already knows. But when you decide to just continue to help your mom with her work instead, for example, right, while that false alarm is there, of course you're not comfortable, but you're showing the brain, hey, look at me, shit face, I'm doing what I want to do. Right? Woo! Woo! Can I get an amen? All right, what else we got? Hey, what's up, Ty? Do I just accept the feeling like other symptoms, move on? I'm new to the channel. Exactly, you got it. Which, it's funny that we got on that topic, because that is the point of today's stream, Arnold. We're talking about how, does it feel like it gets worse before it gets better? My opinion is it doesn't. I wouldn't go that far to say it gets worse before it gets better, but it's gonna feel unnatural, it's gonna feel weird, and you're gonna feel uncomfortable. So your comment kind of proved my point today. You said I continue to help my mom do her work even though I felt anxious or whatever. I continued to help my mom do her work anyway, and that made me feel quote unquote worse. Well, what you're getting at is that not necessarily that you feel worse, but you're starting to break out of old habits. You're doing something that you're not used to doing. You're used to caving to this anxiety and running to bed, running to the couch, running to do the obsession, running to the quick comfort. And instead of doing that today, you did what you had to do. Instead of caving to the compulsions, the behaviors, everything that reinforces the false alarm, you did the opposite, and you continue to help your mom do her work anyway. Of course you're not going to feel on top of the world, right? But what's going to happen is your brain saw that, your brain seen that, and it goes, holy shit, Arnold today continued doing what he was doing. Instead of running away from the feeling and doing the compulsions and doing the behaviors and shutting down, he faced the anxiety, did what he had to do, and didn't run for the short-term comfort. I'm not used to this. So your brain screams and it says, I'm not used to this. Are you sure you're okay? Right? And you keep doing what you're doing anyway. Eventually the brain gets the message and says, ah, right. He's not worried. He's not obsessed. He's just helping his mom. I can back off now. But see, if your brain would have screamed at you today while you were helping your mom and you said, oh, screw this, Mom, I gotta go, and you went and ran and jumped in bed or jumped on the couch or did whatever you normally do to try to gain this quick comfort, if you would have done that instead, your brain would have said, so the false alarm is needed. All right, I'll remember that, bucko, right? I'll remember that. I'll keep these anxiety levels nice and high for you. Since you want to continue doing the compulsions, the rituals, since you want to continue running away, I'll keep this really nice and high for you. So that's why we say you have to face short-term discomfort in order to get long-term gain. Because in that moment, you wanted to stop working with your mom. You wanted to go do whatever made you feel a little bit more comfortable. But in doing so, you would have reinforced to the brain that the anxiety was needed. No change would have happened. No change would have happened. But the fact that you stuck it out is awesome. The fact that you stuck it out put a little dent into this crap, right? It put a little bit of a dent into this crap. Your brain saw something different from you, something that it's not used to seeing. And that's not fun. That's not comfortable. That's not something that we jump up and joy about, because it doesn't feel nice. But guess what? It leads to the life that you want. So it's worth it, right? And that's why people kind of cave, because it doesn't feel nice. Of course you want to stop working with your mom and run and jump in bed, but you didn't. You didn't. And that's what's going to make the difference. That's what's going to make all the difference in the world. You chose to go down a new path today, right? How does the brain know when you leave an uncomfortable situation? The brain hears what you hear, sees what you see, right? So if your brain literally sees you leave the uncomfortable situation, because again, your brain sees what you see. So if you're doing something and you change course and you start running away, that's literal running. That's literal running, right? So when you do something and you decide to walk away and you go to that bed, the brain's already made the connection. Every time I send the false alarm, my person goes to this bed in this corner. And the brain says, all right, so as long as they leave the situation and run to this bed in this corner every time they're triggered, then that must mean my false alarms are not false. They must be correct. The brain's done made the connection. If every time you get a negative intrusive thought and you start to mentally worry about it and you start to mentally fight with it and you start to go to that bed in that corner, the brain makes the connection. This must mean danger, right? Because look at them. They're not talkative anymore. They're staying quiet. They're hunched over. They're laying in this corner. They're isolating themselves from the world. These are all common traits of what somebody would be doing if there was a real tiger that they were trying to hide from. So instead, right, if your brain's seeing what you're seeing and it's watching what you're doing, if you were triggered next time, if you didn't go back to your cave and isolate yourself from the world and get quiet and hunched over, if instead you just continued doing what you were doing when that alarm was there and you put on a smile and you said it is what it is and you put on your favorite song and you rocked out to that shit, the brain would go, holy shit, I guess there's no danger. Look at how they're acting, right? They're just living their life. They didn't go to their cave. They didn't retreat to their cave. They didn't get all quiet. They didn't get all defeated. They didn't hunch over. They put their chin up high. They said it is what it is, and they had a productive day anyway. Holy fuck, I guess there's no real tiger around, because if there was a real tiger around, they would have jumped back into the bed, got all quiet, isolated themselves from the world, got on, did their rituals, whatever. So it's very caveman-like. It's very caveman-like. The brain is very caveman-like, right? It's thinking danger, danger, danger. If you're acting like there's a tiger around, right, the brain is going to continue to assume real tiger. If every time you're triggered over a thought or a feeling and you crawl in bed and act like there's a tiger right around the corner and you start doing all the worry and obsession, the brain is going to say real danger, real danger, real danger. It makes the connection, right? And that's why the two main keys are you got to drop the worry, because that just tells the brain problem, right? We drop the worry, it is what it is, and then with our behaviors, we live life. We live the life we want to live despite the anxiety. We stop doing the laying in the bed and staying quiet and isolating ourselves. We get back out there, right? This is how you tell a brain the danger's not real. This is how you tell a brain there's no problem here, right? Because look at me go, right? So the brain's very smart in that way. It's very smart in that way. It can decide and it can make a conclusion based on how you react to these false alarms. If you're always isolating yourself, always on the couch, blah, 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 the brain says every time my person is triggered, they act a certain way. So there must be a real danger. And that's why the two main keys are what they are. That was a very long, drawn-out explanation, wasn't it? Probably a little bit longer than it needed to be, but wanted to make sure I got my point across. I need a drink after that one. I need a drink after that one, chat. What do I want? What do I want to drink? F, I missed the whole stream. What's up, Ghost? Well, of course the thoughts, of course the thoughts trigger you, Arnold. That's not your problem, though. There's nothing you can do about the thoughts or feelings, Arnold. But you gotta stick with you not adding to the fire. How to fix irrational fear for someone who doesn't understand acceptance. I did treat game for cat with egg carton and then it closed and it left on the floor. Next time. Pixie's fine with it being there, but as soon as it moves from someone's foot brushing by, she's legit terrified. She doesn't understand when I try to say it's okay. Well, she's a cat, so she probably doesn't. But with that being said, alright, I'm not a cat trainer, but I would say if you continue to introduce, what was it, an egg carton? You continue to introduce that, she'll get used to it. She'll habituate. That's how it works. Who's disturbing you, Ghost? Wonder, bro, what if instead of running to bed or your couch, we run to our ritual, sipping water, etc.? What then? Stop, right? No, no exceptions. Whatever your, let me escape this situation, let me try to fight these thoughts and feelings, whatever your thing is, because everyone's a bit different there, don't do that. Do the opposite. Do what you want to do. If you're only going to sip the water because of the anxiety, then don't. You see where we're getting at? So it's like, whatever your thing is, whatever it is that you do, that you've made the false connection here, don't change anything for anxiety. There we go. That's a good way to put it. Don't change anything for anxiety. Because chances are, chat, if you're changing something due to anxiety, you're not doing it because you want to do it. You're doing it because you want to avoid the anxiety. And that tells your brain there's a problem. So if every time you're anxious, you do a certain something that's out of the norm, that's out of whack, the brain's going to be like, huh? WTF, right? And I mean, everyone's a little bit different when it comes to their compulsions and stuff. But I mean, a good way to put it is, don't change anything for the anxiety. Don't change anything for the anxiety. That's a good way to put it, and that's a good little thing to live by, to make sure you're covering all your bases here, and you're not bowing to this thing. You're not sending your brain the wrong message. Excellent, actually, little way to put that. Don't change anything for the anxiety. Let's see. Well, I mean, it's the same as with you, man, or anybody, right? There's only one way around fear, and that's through it. So, So I would assume it would be the same concept, is what I would guess. Did you use medicine in your recovery at all? I can't really talk about medication. All I can say is that I personally did not. I didn't want to go that route. I had my own reasons for it. But I will say, people are allowed to make their own choice as far as that's concerned, right? I will say that. People are absolutely allowed to make their own choice as far as that's concerned. There's, nothing wrong with whatever choice that you make. Me personally, I didn't want to go that route, but that's just me. That's just me, so... but regardless, whether you do or not, we need to work on that habit. The habit of second fear. What is second fear? Chat, it is the worry We need to let these thoughts and feelings do what they do. It is what it is attitude. Don't add to the false alarm, and then live your life. Show your brain these things are not real dangers. That's what it all comes down to right there. So either way, whether you go that route or don't go that route, we need to make sure that you're still on board. That you're still on board with using these two keys if that's what you wish to do. It just takes time sometimes to alert. People can get the message, but it takes time to actually use it, right? A lot of people have the message, but whether or not they're using it is a totally different ball game. And sometimes, sometimes that just takes time. People can know, okay, don't add to the false alarm when these thoughts and feelings come. Got it. It is what it is. Got it. And then what? Live my life. Don't change anything for the anxiety so my brain will learn. Got it. People can understand that. But whether or not they're doing that, that's a totally different story. And 9 times out of 10, they're probably not at first, right? Most people don't. It takes a little bit of time for them to be like, okay, I got it, but let's actually use it now. So, different ball game there. Different ball game. Takes time. What, bro? 18 days left for Halloween. Hangout stream to change the theme page. We do need to change the theme page, don't we? We do need to change the theme page. I keep saying that. And here we are on the 13th. I haven't done it yet. So you meant the world to me. Here, we'll do one specially for, let me see. We'll do one specially for Mitt here. Well, of course they'll still bother you, Ghost. It takes a while for the brain to learn, right? So of course the triggers will still bother you at first. Well, that's only half the equation, right, William? So you can be living life, right? But if you're still doing a lot of the worry, that's going to amp the nerves up. So the brain learns, the brain learns in these ways. So you can keep the stress response activated with the worry, the mental fighting, complaining, obsessing, etc., etc. You can keep the nerves popping off by doing that. Worry activates the stress response. So you can be living life, but if you're not using both the two main keys, it makes it pretty difficult. So while you live that life, while you're not changing anything for the anxiety, you got that down, we need to also give the nerves a break from all the mental added danger signals that we're doing. And that means anytime we start to do the worry, or we have the thoughts and feelings and we start to add the worry, whatever, we've got to stick to, it is what it is, cut that shit short. So, you can keep the nerves tired by doing all the worry, which is what a lot of people do. You can live life, but if you're still adding all the worry, you're only doing one of the two main keys. We need to have both. We absolutely got to have both. They're both there for a reason. So I would say continue living life, continue not changing anything for anxiety, because that's great, right? But let's also remember that we've got two keys for a reason. You absolutely can keep the nerves tired with all the worry that you do, whether you're living life or not. So we need to have both. We need to have both there. There's so many reasons why there's two, and that's just one of many reasons. But there's so many reasons why there's two keys there, not just one. Still too much worry, style alert. Still too much worry, still too much obsession. All of our healed, recovered people, they're not here. It's lonely at the top. But that's the goal. A lot of beautiful people I've met over the years of doing this that I don't see anymore, but that's the goal, and you're going to join them soon. And I won't see or hear from you anymore either, but it's a bittersweet moment. A couple months ago, that's nothing. You got this. In fact, you're way ahead of the game if it was just a few months ago. I take that back, though. I do take that back. We still hear from some of our recovered people. Like, there's a few that stick around. We've got a few admins and a few people that come in to let us know how good they're doing and stuff. So I take that back. Not all recovered people just split and never come back. We do have a few that pop in from time to time just to spread positivity and hope. Wow, Jesse. Wow, Jesse. Okay, I hear you. So I want to accept, but I'm scared that if I accept, it's going to get worse. It is what it is. You're right. There wouldn't be here so much. They're living exactly. So it's a little bit lonely, but it's bittersweet because at the same time, I'm like, oh, I miss them, but they're doing their thing now, and that's what I wanted. You see what I did there? Did anyone catch what I did there when I briefly addressed Luce's comment that said, I want to accept, but I'm scared that if I accept, it's going to get worse? You see how I nonchalantly said it is what it is and then moved on to something else and just kept living? That's what you should do. That's what you should do. There you go. That's a perfect example there. See how brief that interaction was? See how quick and to the point that interaction was, and then we're on to something else? That's what you need to do. Stop feeding these things. See how brief and quick and to the point and just no room for that nonsense and then back to living we were? There you go. Now that's not to say that thought won't happen again or again or again, but it's the same thing. It's just a quick little intervention. All right, it is what it is. And we're back to doing something. We're back to picking our nose. You see? You see how quick that was? You see how boom, snap. Right to the point. It is what it is. Back to picking our nose, back to talking to chat, back to doing whatever the fuck we want to do, except feeding the bullshit, right? So you see how the two main keys work there in just true beautiful fashion. Ooh, so beautiful. It's just so to the point. It can't get any better than that. So, you know, we're brief with it. We intervene for a split second. We're right back to picking our nose. We're right back to talking to chat. You know, it's brief. It's a brief little intervention. It's quick. It's straight to the point. There's nothing being fed. Two main keys working in beautiful harmony together, right? Now, if I can only get you guys to do that, we'll be good. We'll be good. That of course applies to symptoms as well. Don't forget. Who was it? Who was it that was in the chat looking for someone who was recovered? I did make a whole video of. It's called Recovery Success Comments. It's kind of old. I haven't updated it in a while. If you want to check that out, it'll give you some motivation. There's a ton of people in that video that have recovered. Also, if you were looking for recovered people, 2 of them just entered the chat. Jesse, my friend, used to piss in bottles and now he's feeling great and he's back to living life. Pooty, my friend, who just entered and said hello, Wonder Bro, was in here the other day talking about how he went from being bedridden to jumping with joy. This was his words. From jumping to joy and being so excited and happy with life. So, you've got 2 examples right there that just came into the chat just now. But if you absolutely need more, check out that video. It's full of recovery success comments from my channel from people who are no longer with us, too busy living their lives. But if you need that little bit of motivation, there you go. You just gotta listen to me, man. You just gotta listen to me, man. I gotta go now. Thanks a lot for today's stream. Thank you for being here, Mint. I appreciate you. Well, you don't, it's not your responsibility. See, that's the thing, Arnold. It's not your responsibility to prove a thought right or wrong. That's not your job. It has nothing to do with you. It's just, it's something that popped up into your head. It's only your problem. You make it your problem. And that is your problem, is that you make it your problem, right? I hope I got it. I accept that. Awesome, Pooty. Hey, that's great, dude. Remember what you told me the other day. You're right on track. You're making so much progress. It's unbelievable. From the first time I met you to now, the difference is just, it's actually unbelievable. It's really unbelievable. You're doing good, dude. Keep it up. And you've obviously got the right attitude. So, who had a baby? Yeah, didn't Jesse just have a baby? I think Jesse did, right? My wedding is in 14 months, and I think having a major event on the horizon is creating internal panic to recover before then. I absolutely agree with you that you're probably up in your head a lot with the upcoming event or whatever. We need to do exactly what we did just a second ago with Lucy's comment. It is what it is. We cut the worry and obsession short. We know that that doesn't change anything, doesn't fix anything, only keeps the nerves stressed, right? So the advice you already have, but now it's time to use it. When these thoughts come, hey, it is what it is, right back to living, have a good day regardless. You'll see how these triggers start to die down. You'll see how the brain starts to catch up. You'll see how the brain starts to learn. I have babies all over. Hey, what's up, dog? I haven't seen you in a minute. Hey, thanks for subscribing, Jukebox. I appreciate it, dude. Yes, yes, please give the stream a like if you are enjoying it. I would appreciate it. Fuse. You don't actually play as Fuse, no way. Nova's actually just a little teddy bear, really. Like, on occasion, she might look all ferocious, but she's actually just a teddy bear. I'm always here, what bro, just catch your streams at the wrong times. Oh, gotcha, okay. Yeah, time zones. Time zones, am I right? They're weird. They're weird, dude. They're weird, man. Let's see, I need to work on, I need to change this screen up a little bit. Oh yeah, you're diving way too deep, Arnold. Way too deep. Still doing a lot of worry. Like me. There you go. There you go, Maddie. Let's see. What do we want to use? What do we want to use, chat? Lucy! Lucy with the $2 tip says, thank you for always being here. This is so great. Much love. Thank you so much, Lucy. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Hey, let's give a round of applause in the chat for Lucy. All of our tippers today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lucy. Trying to find like a new theme to use on the chat is hard when you've got so much stuff on screen. Yeah, see, way too deep, Arnold. Way too deep, dude. Way too far down that rabbit hole, man. Way too far down that rabbit hole. So you can see, I mean, the problem's obvious. It's not that the problem isn't obvious. It's obvious that you're doing a lot of worry. So now we're at the point where you need to accept that, and then we'll go from there, and we'll start to make the changes that we need to make. Oh, it wasn't loose. Okay, I can tell you. I think I know who's responsible for this. I think I know who's responsible for this. Yeah, Jesse. Jesse does that all the time. He sends tips and he puts other people's names. I knew it. I knew it when you said that. It was Jesse. I have just confirmed. I've just confirmed it was indeed Jesse. Jesse's a prankster like that. Let me see. I gotta find something new to use, but it's kind of difficult when there's so much crap already on the screen. See, that's the problem. That is the issue we are facing right now, chat. Well, stop investigating so deeply, Arnold, and accept the thoughts for what they are without the investigation, even if they make you feel uncomfortable. See what happens. You've already seen firsthand what happens when you investigate. Do you get anywhere? Do you make any conclusions? No. So let's see what happens if we try the other way. Let's just give it a chance. Let's give it a chance. And let's give it a fair chance at that. Let's give it a fair chance. Too much crap on screen. Let's add more. Let's add more. Why not? Alright, this could work, actually. Like, this could work. Let me see. Let me try this. Boom. Boo. Spooky. Spooky stuff. Spooky stuff. Spooky pumpkins. That makes it feel like there's less going on. Cause look at this. Too much going on. This is too much going on. It's giving me a headache. I'm gonna have a stroke looking at this. But this, much easier. Much easier on the eyes. Much easier on the eyes. I just need to clear my head. Sanchez still in here. Sanchez still in here. With his Halloween emos, dude. I love it. Yeah, that was a funny comment you made in the Discord the other day, Jesse. Not gonna lie. Treat the thoughts and the feelings like a side chick. You're not gonna have a relationship with them. Isn't that what you said? I don't know. I love it. Ridiculous. I love it. I love it. I love it. Too much lately. It's the truest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like that's a very different way to put it. I've never heard it put that way, but it's the truest shit I've ever heard in my life, to be honest. It's the truest shit I've ever heard in my life. The little X's remind me of the ones on ads. What? The little X's? We're talking about the spiders up there? What's up, Craig? Yeah, scary pumpkins. Why do some people say panic attacks can cause real damage? Because they're stupid. Because they're stupid assholes, that's why. Let me see. Come on, Wonder Bro. A side chick, that's awful. Hey, but that's, you can't lie. If you treat your thoughts and feelings like a side chick, aka irrelevant, and don't make a relationship out of them. I mean, you can't lie. Jesse's onto something there. Jesse's onto something there. Sent me a PM in Discord if you'd read it, thanks. I did not get any... Let me see, I did not get any DMs actually from you. I'm looking right now. Might want to try again. Or wait, hold on. Let me make sure. What's your Discord name? Is it Dog06? Is that your Discord name? I'm assuming. Because if that's the case, then I did get it. I need to reply. Change the alert when we tip, Wonder Bro? You guys want me to change the alert? I mean, I can do that. I can do that. Let me see. It's not a real tip, by the way. That's not a real tip, that's a test tip. Let me see. Alright, let me work on this real quick. I'll tell you when it's done. First off, I have to mute this. Sorry, no more music. Because if I'm gonna change the thing, I need it to be a secret. I need it to be a secret. So... Uh-oh, I did not mean to open that. Something spooky as well, okay. Something spooky. You want something spooky. Let's see. Something spooky. See, I need to find... Sanchez says something spooky. Alright. I kind of got an idea. Maybe, if I can find what I'm looking for. If I can find what I'm looking for. See, but none of these are like... free. They always want to charge you. Alright, this might work actually. This might work. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This one's kind of cliche. It's kind of cliche, but it's different. It's something different. Let me see. I don't know if it'll work or not. We'll see. We'll see. Select. Already did. I already selected it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Select audio file. Already did do that. Alright, hold on. Hold on. There we go. Okay, now. Now. The thing I fear is a giant hamster on mating season. That is quite the fear, Jesse. A scary tone to scare you when we tip at 100 volume. You guys want to jump scare me? Okay, I see what we're doing here. I see what you're going for. You know, this one actually might be kind of scary when it goes off. I mean, it's cliche, but I feel like it's going to be loud, at least for me. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, it's updated. I haven't messed with the volume levels or anything. I don't know how loud or not loud that's going to be when that happens. But, we'll see. That skeleton is whacked. That skeleton is dabbing, Maddie. Do you know what a dab is? Maddie, talking shit on my skeleton today. Listen, Maddie, at the end of the week, I expect you to have a full log, alright, of everybody on Discord. That is your job now. You are the Discord secretary. You are the Discord secretary, and that is the Discord secretary's job. We need a full log. What would I do if it wasn't for Maddie giving me shit? I really don't know. Miss the old tip sound. Don't worry, it'll come back. Don't worry, Kate. It will be back as soon as Halloween is over. We will go back to our boring old usual setup. It will make a return. We're gonna do something that we haven't done in a very long time. Alright, don't tell on me, but don't tell on me, chat. Don't tell on me. What the fuck? It didn't work? Sanchez, dude. Sanchez. I didn't save it. I didn't save it. I forgot to hit save. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the $10 tip, dude. I feel bad about that. I feel bad about that one. Okay, that one I do feel a bit. I feel a bit bad about that. I didn't save it, dude. Hold on. Thank you for the $10 tip. I appreciate you. He's mad. Dude, dude, I apologize for that one. I knew as soon as I heard the old sound effect, I was like, fuck, something's not right. Dude, why didn't it did I thought I saved it. I really did. Okay. Um save settings, save settings, save settings. I hit it 3 times. There's no way it's not. Okay, there's no way it's not saved. I apologize for that. um I feel like I did that the first time though. Like I really did. I feel like I did that the first time. Hey, Kay, thank you so much for the $4 tip. I appreciate you. Thank you. That was through Cash App, so we don't get like the fancy little notifications or whatever. But I still get it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Appreciate the shit out of you. Thank you. You guys are killing it today. Holy shit. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it for real. There we go. There we go. Isn't it cool? Do you like it? Like it? You like that ugly ass witch? That ugly ass green witch? Uh, screeching, right? I like it. I like it. Thank you, Sanchez. I appreciate you, dude. That has to be the ugliest screech or whine or witch laugh or whatever you want to call it that I've ever heard. So we went with that. We went with that. Isn't that the witch from the Wizard of Oz though? Isn't that the witch from the Wizard of Oz? I'm not quite sure. I think it is. I think it is. We're at 69. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Real mature. Real mature. Real mature, chat. Real mature. What's really helped me to heal was the video You Can't Think Your Way Out of Anxiety. I don't know, but that video clicked and I've noticed myself healing. Didn't realize how much I was trying to use my brain to fix it. There you go. I'm glad we could put it in a way that would help you out. I'm happy to hear about your success. Keep it up. Keep it up. Eventually you always hear something. Eventually you always hear something that makes you realize, okay, I'm adding a ton of worry. I know you guys do that shit on purpose. I know without a doubt that at least the last 2 or 3 people that tip do that shit on purpose. We have hit 69 in the tip goal. Way more. Way more than what's just a coincidence. We're past that point. Real mature. Real mature, chat. Nah, I'm not the one with the notebook. Maddie, you're the Discord secretary, so we're gonna have to accept that. The first time we had a stream end on 69, I was like, that's funny. The second time we had a stream end on 69, I was like, that's funny too. The third time we had a stream end on 69, I was like, okay, something's fishy. And now today I'm like, you know what, chat? I see what you're doing. I'm on to you, and I get it now. I'm hungry, chat. What should I eat today? What should I eat today, chat? Sanchez. This has been a long one today. We're just vibing. We should probably get some music going. A nice homemade burger and fries. I don't think I've got that stuff. I have a lot of TV dinners. Actually, I think I've got a frozen burger that I can put in the microwave. You know what? That doesn't sound bad. Did you forget, Maddie? I don't cook. No, you didn't forget. Actually, you didn't forget. That's why you said that. You didn't forget at all. Where's Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman is at work at the moment. And then, well, no. Uh, Wonder Woman is at work at the moment. And I will be seeing her soon. Not today, but soon. Oh, she can cook. She can probably outcook you, Maddie. Oh, shots fired. Oh, shots fired, chat. Oh, shots fired in Maddie's direction. Is she going to send some back? Let's see. I'm just fucking with you, Maddie. I'm just fucking with you, Maddie. I know you can cook. You've got like 100 years experience. Shots fired. Would it would it be a true friendship between me and Maddie if we didn't give each other shit? No, it would not. It would not be a true friendship, and that's how Maddie knows that I like her, because I give her shit. Anybody that I like, I give shit to. So, and I expect it back. I expect it back, because here's the thing. Maddie in the chat says keep going, but I know for a fact at some point she's going to get me back for everything. Right? Like, this will not go unanswered. So I know for a fact Maddie's she's sitting back. She plays it cool. That's what Maddie does. She plays it cool. She sits back and she waits for her opportunity to strike, and then she will. Cooking doesn't keep a man, Maddie, as I file for a divorce. Maddie knows that I have nothing but love for her. She knows that. She knows that. See, Maddie, the thing is, you're young. You really are. You're young, but you're older than all of us. Therefore, we have to act like you're ancient, even though you're still fairly young. But you're the oldest one here, so automatically, you're the one who gets the old jokes. It's just how that goes. Feed them frozen dinners. In all seriousness, she can cook, and she can cook good, right? But yeah, she's at work, so I'm left to fend for myself. Let's see here. What's tip goal amount for today, Wonder Bro? I mean, we've already shattered that, but we're at 69. How old are you, Maddie? Because I'm not a spring chicken. Maddie, I think, is like 33. Um, someone said, is there a Wonder Woman? You know, yes, yes, there is, but but we've got to we've got to respect her privacy. So until I actually sit down with her and see if she wants to be a part of the channel or be on the channel or even be mentioned on the channel, I don't say too much about it, because I feel like I need to respect her privacy. Not everybody wants to do YouTube and not everyone wants to be in the public eye. So with that in mind, I'll wait to see how she feels about it a little bit more before I go into too much detail about that. I'm sure you guys can understand that, right? Maddie said, leave the tip alone. Maddie, don't do me like that, alright? I know my jokes were a little harsh, but Jesus, don't do me like that. I will eventually, Kate, but that's not my main concern with her. You know what I'm saying? Like two different worlds there. It's really not my main concern. But eventually it'll be I mean, we have talked about it already, obviously, but eventually it'll become more of a topic. I'd like to have her on the channel, but of course that's going to be up to her. I'm sorry guys. My main topic of conversation when I'm with my lady friend is not you, Maddie. All right? I apologize, Kate. All right? I apologize. Next time, all right? There's always next time. You got, I swear to God. Next time I'm with her, I'll make you the subject of conversation, Kate and Maddie. All right, you two. I'll I live to be cyberbullied by these two. And the worst thing about it is it's not just one or the other. Maddie and Kate team up like a pack of hyenas. Like a pack of bloodthirsty hyenas. With what trap did you catch Wonder Woman? I'll need to know. I'm 20 and I had nothing. Honestly, dude, and this is me being serious for a second. As far as dating and relationships go, for me personally, and I feel like it works this way for a lot of people. I'm not sure why, But the less focused I am on like, oh God, I wish I had someone, I wish I could meet someone, the less I'd sit around and do that, and the more I just focus on myself and being happy and working on my own happiness, the more I seem to attract people that are like good for me. And I don't know how that works, but every time this has happened in my life, it's not been from a place of desperation, right? It's been from a place of, oh, they just kind of came out of nowhere, right? I don't know who else in chat can agree with that, but for me, and from what I see around me, it usually is you end up in these situations and you find people that, you love and stuff when you're not so focused on doing that. I don't know why that is. So my advice to you would be work on yourself, and I know that sounds cliche, but work on yourself, work on your own happiness, work on you. The right people will come. That's the way it's always worked for me. Anytime, like in the past, if I was desperate about wanting to find somebody or anything like that, it just never seemed to happen. But the moment you stop being desperate about it, it tends to happen. So I don't know why it works that way, but that's how it works for me anyway. Oh, it's all love. It's always all love. We know that. At the end of the day, we all know that. It's all love. Nothing but love here. Been a while, Wonder Bro, but that's because I'm pretty sure I'm recovered. Still have some thoughts and feelings, but literally no commentary. Back to fully living my life. No fear, no worry. That's awesome, Max. Keep it up, dude. Proud of you. I must have missed your earlier comment. I see it now, but that's awesome, Max. Congrats, dude. All thanks to you. I appreciate that, dude. And now there's probably some people in the chat that are going to say to you, how'd you do it? Right? But you said it right there. You said it right there. I still have some thoughts and feelings, but literally no commentary. So you've cut out the worry. You've cut out the worry, and you went back to fully living, right? And that's eliminated the fear. So there you go. Two main keys. Two main keys right there. Stepping into the Discord is like stepping into the show The Office. It really is. And for anyone who wants to join us in on that, feel free. I'm gonna drop the link to that chat right now. Also, guys, if you haven't given the stream a like, please do. It really helps me out. You just find shit people when you're desperate. I agree with you, Kate. I couldn't agree with you more. And like I said, although I'm not 100% why it works that way, I know that it does. Anytime I just focus on myself and making myself happy and improving myself, that's when I tend to find the people that I really care about. Anytime I'm desperate to find it is when I go out of my way for it, and that's when I find people that I'm not happy with in the end. So, yeah. That's why I'm scared to be myself and don't care about it. Never be scared to be yourself. The right people will stick around, right? The right people will stick around, dude. You don't have to be scared to be yourself. The right people will stick around. If you being yourself scares somebody off or makes them feel whatever and they don't want to be around you, whatever, that's on them. That's on them. That's not on you. Always just be yourself, and it wouldn't matter anyway, dude. If you're going to be someone you're not to get somebody's approval, one day you're going to have to be yourself around them, and when you are, they're going to be like, what the fuck, this isn't you, and then that's really going to be a problem. Be yourself from the start. Be yourself from the start. And I understand, when you first meet someone, you want to come off a certain way. I get that. You're nervous. You want to come off a certain way. You want to make sure that they like you. I understand that. That's normal. That's called being human. We always put on somewhat of a front when we first meet somebody, right? And then the real us starts to come out. But my advice would be try to be as close to who you are right from the beginning, right? There might be a few things that you might hold back a little bit, but try to be as close to yourself as you can be straight from the start. That way you know whether or not they like you for who you are. Like I said, I understand being nervous and not maybe holding a few things back, but try to be as close to yourself as possible as soon as possible. That way you can see how they feel about you. That's it, bro. Don't engage in the thoughts. No more mental chit chat. Focus on your life and the people around you. Yeah, focus on living and no more engaging with the thoughts and the feelings. Don't forget about that part. The feelings are there. No more mental chit chat about them. The thoughts are there. No more mental chit chat about them. Live your life. There you go. You got it, dude. Congrats on your recovery. That's awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong. When I say it's okay to hold a few things back, I'm talking about like fucking farting or something, right? Like, you probably, when you meet this girl for the first time, you probably fucking shouldn't fart. But, but, still be as real to yourself as possible. Just hold it in, right? So there's little things you probably shouldn't do when you first meet someone, right? Now, after you've been dating for a while, you can probably fart. But you get my point. You should be as real to yourself as possible. Might be a few things you shouldn't do right away, but try to be as real to yourself as possible. Once you do that, it's on. Yeah, once you fucking rip one in front of the girl you're talking to, like, you're in it for the long haul, buddy. Like, there's point of no return. Max says, send a thank you, bro. Enjoy, more to come. Let's see. Let me pull it up on my computer because I'm not seeing anything on my phone. So let me check. Let me check my PC here. One moment, chat. One moment. Got me on and on. Hold on, I'm trying to get this pulled up here. Max, thank you, dude. Max with the $100 tip, you guys. Holy shit, thank you, Max. Max with the $100 tip, dude. Damn, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Hey, huge round of applause. Huge round of applause in the chat for Max. Thank you, dude. Wow. Wow. That's big. Thank you so much. For some reason it won't let me, it says pending. It won't let me accept it right now, but maybe it will later. But thank you so much, Max. I appreciate you, dude. I don't know why it says pending and it's not It's not giving me an option to accept it just yet, but maybe it's something, I don't know. I'll check it again later. But thank you so much, Max. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you. That helps me more than you know. Thank you so much, dude. We've almost been streaming for 2 hours today. Let's give it up to Max, though. Yeah, thank you, Max. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. 69 is still there. Hot Pockets! I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. Yeah, show Max some love. I appreciate that, dude. You have helped me more than you know. I appreciate that, Max. Thank you so much, dude. I mean, that's what makes all of this worth it. All the success. So happy you're back to living your life and feeling good again, dude. Congrats. Keep it up. I can help you out. I can help you out. You wouldn't believe how many times I've heard that, Lucy. You wouldn't believe how many times I've heard that. Yeah, thank you again, Max. I appreciate that, dude. I don't know why I don't know why it won't let me accept it. So I don't know if on your end you'll see that come out because it won't let me accept it for some reason. It's pending. Maybe check it again and see if there's anything on your end that you can do. There's nothing I can do on my end for some reason, so I think it's just a waiting game. We'll have to wait for it to go through. But yeah, it won't let me do anything with it just yet. So if you notice that I haven't like accepted it, it's not giving me an option. So I think we just need to wait it out and it'll go through just fine. What's up, Truth? I'm getting caught up on comments here. Max took me by surprise, man. So I'm getting caught up on comments. I'm a little behind. Let's see, what did I miss? What did I miss? Arnold. Arnold, you're a jokester, dude. You little jokester. I just need to clean my hair. Wait, I think we've hold on. I think we've actually haven't we spoke before, Max, and this happened before. I think it was like a it wasn't an instant transfer. It was one that took like a couple days or something, or was that somebody else? I don't know. I don't know, but it'll go through eventually. I just didn't want you to think that I like am not accepting it or something. It's just it won't let me, but I'm sure it will in like a couple days or something. I appreciate you, Max. Thank you, dude. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, keep watching the videos, and most importantly, apply what you learn here. You're gonna get there, dude. I appreciate the shit out of you guys. Thank you so much. That number is huge, man. I can't believe it. Thank you. No, I don't have a fall or autumn theme for the chat, Arnold, but I normally just do holidays. Yeah, I normally just do holidays. I'm gonna head off. Thanks again, bro. No, thank you, Max. Thank you, dude. That was massive. You deserve all the credit. Everyone's still struggling. Just keep up the good fight. You will see. Just listen and apply with every ounce of you what Wonder Bro says. Thank you, Max. I appreciate you, dude. That was huge. Thank you. Have a good day, dude. Thank you again. Thank you, thank you. A Thanksgiving theme. Oh boy. That would be something. A Thanksgiving theme. Imagine. Imagine. Yeah, we started the Halloween theme early, dude. We wasted no time. We wasted no time whatsoever on the Halloween theme. So Christmas theme will be November 1st. It might as well be at this point. It might as well be at this point. Chris, I'm going back to full-time work next Monday. God knows how I'll be. It is what it is. Do not log into that worry. This is probably the best thing that honestly will ever happen to you. Do not log into that worry. Do not go down that rabbit hole. It is what it is. We're going to face whatever thoughts come. We're going to face whatever feelings come. With that attitude of it is what it is, we're not going to go down any mental rabbit holes. And we are going to live life. And you're going to make so much progress. It's going to be unbelievable. Thanksgiving stream will have to come up with one thing we are thankful for about experiencing anxiety. There you go. Now that's an idea. Unaware. Why am I so tongue-tied all of a sudden? I would love, there we go, words, man, difficult. Would love if sometimes you would do some life advice videos, like how to be yourself and these kind of things. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea, and I wouldn't, personally, I would love that. I would love to do other topics and things, but I feel like nobody would watch those. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. But, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. It's always a possibility. If you do that, I would be the first to be here if the time is matching. I mean, yeah, personally, I'd love to do other topics and stuff. I was just, it's kind of like I don't know how many people would actually watch that. But, but it could be interesting. Could attract new people. I mean, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. Maddie has a question. What's up, Maddie? Oh, do we have an ad? Please tell me we don't have an ad. Oh no, I know because she made me a peanut butter sandwich one time. It's delicious. It's so good, man. You have no idea. No idea. What? I'm serious. If that ends up happening, Maddie, I know who to call. All right. If that ends up happening, I know who to call. All right, you beautiful, lovely people. It is that time. It is that time. We are 2 hours into this thing. We are 2 hours into this thing, so we are going to go ahead and end it here. Wow, what a good stream. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate it. I love you guys. Nothing but love. Isn't that what Kate said? Nothing but love. I love you guys. Thank you for all the support, man. Thank you for everything that you do. I'm sure I'll see or hear from you very, very soon. And until next time, guys, as always, stay awesome. Let's listen to our song today. Let's get our song going. Let's get our song going. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you haven't liked the stream, make sure you toss it a quick like so that we can get this advice out to the people that need it. Thank you so much, guys, for everything. I love you, and until next time, as always, stay awesome.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Yeah. Did it die? Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Whatever you want, I'll be whatever you want. Just tell me you love me or not, whatever it costs. I know I'm talking a lot, there's something I gotta get off. Don't wanna be this no more, I don't wanna drink no more. Always gotta do the most, thinking that I'm insecure. Really should've listened more, but I don't, of course. I'm an asshole, I'm a good guy, I'm your best friend, I'm the worst type. Tell you everything that you heard right, just so I can fuck on the first night. Feel like I'm losing hope, running from coast to coast. I don't know where to go, this all I've ever known. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. No. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Won't die. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? Wait. Did it die? My aunt think I'm perfect, I know I'm not. My mama be worried, I told her stop. They know I did drugs and think that I'm off. Little do they know I never could stop. My manager hate when I'm pulling up late. Back on my bullshit, she think it's a phase. I got relations I gotta maintain. I'm two different people, my side and my main. Yeah, I'm sober, I'm an addict, I'm a low life, I got habits, but I refuse to be average. Really so tired of acting, don't know what I miss no more. Too bad you don't hit me more. I'm bad when I get too bored, careful what you wishing for. I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own